Welcome back to the channel. The United States of America quarter dollar. 1987 is a fascinating coin that continues to attract collectors, historians, and coin enthusiasts worldwide. Minted during the final years of the Cold War, this quarter reflects the stability and pride of the American nation during a time of technological progress and global influence. The obverse of the 1987 quarter proudly displays the familiar and timeless profile of George Washington, the first President of the United States. His image, designed by John Flanagan, first appeared on the quarter in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. The design has endured for decades, symbolizing leadership, integrity, and patriotism. On the reverse side, the bald eagle, America's national bird, spreads its wings majestically, clutching a bundle of arrows in its talons. This represents both peace and preparedness for defense. The design is framed by olive branches, emphasizing America's enduring desire for peace through strength. The 1987 Washington quarter was produced at two primary U.S. mints, Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, marked with a D. No quarters were made at the San Francisco Mint for circulation that year, though proof coins were struck for collectors. These proof versions feature a polished, mirror-like finish that showcases the beauty of the design. Each 1987 quarter was struck in cupronickel-clad composition, consisting of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This durable metal mix ensured the coin's longevity in circulation, preventing corrosion and wear even after decades of use. In total, hundreds of millions of 1987 quarters were minted, making them common in circulation but still fascinating for collectors who appreciate history and subtle variations in strike quality. Collectors often look for high-grade uncirculated examples, which show no signs of wear and retain full mint luster. These coins, when graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, can hold a small premium value, especially those with sharp details and flawless surfaces. The 1987 quarter sits at an interesting point in U.S. coin history. It was one of the final years before the statehood quarter series began in 1999, which would dramatically change America's relationship with its coins. In that sense, the 1987 quarter belongs to the last generation of traditional Washington quarters before design innovations took over. For many collectors, the 1987 quarter is a nostalgic reminder of the 1980s, a decade of pop culture, economic recovery, and patriotism. These coins circulated widely in vending machines, payphones, and everyday commerce, quietly participating in the rhythm of American life. Though made for ordinary use, the coin carries deep symbolism. Washington's calm, determined expression reflects the enduring ideals of democracy, freedom, and civic responsibility that define the American spirit. The United States quarter dollar of 1987 stands as an emblem of consistency within American currency. Even though decades have passed since its minting, its familiar design still resonates with millions who recognize Washington's noble profile and the strong presence of the eagle on the reverse. In a period before the internet and digital transactions became common, the 1987 quarter played an essential role in everyday commerce. It was a coin that people carried in their pockets, used for parking meters, payphones, and morning coffee, representing tangible value in a rapidly modernizing world. One of the fascinating aspects of this coin is its design endurance. While other denominations, like the penny and nickel, saw minor redesigns over time, the Washington quarter maintained its classical layout from 1932 until 1998, creating a sense of visual continuity through generations. The portrait of George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan, is based on a bust created by the French artist Jean-Antoine Houdon. Houdon's sculpture was celebrated for capturing Washington's calm authority and moral dignity, traits that the coin's design sought to preserve. By 1987, this design had already been in circulation for 55 years. serving as both a patriotic symbol and a practical piece of currency. Its simple yet powerful imagery reminded citizens of their nation's founding ideals every time it changed hands. The 1987 D quarter, struck at the Denver Mint, is often slightly more common than its Philadelphia counterpart. The two versions can be distinguished easily. The Denver coin bears a small D mint mark on the obverse, just beside Washington's ponytail. The Philadelphia mint coins, lacking a mint mark, were produced in enormous quantities. However, even within such a large mintage, subtle differences in die wear, strike sharpness, and luster create unique variations that intrigue collectors. Many coin enthusiasts hunt for the perfect example, one with a strong strike, full details in Washington's hair, and crisp feather lines on the eagle's wings. Such details elevate a common coin into a collectible specimen. High-grade mint state examples of the 1987 quarter, particularly in grades MS 66 or MS 67, are relatively scarce because most coins were heavily circulated. These top-tier coins often command higher prices among serious collectors. For numismatists, the 1987 quarter serves as a historical benchmark. It marks the final decade before the massive redesign of U.S. quarters that began with the statehood series in 1999. This makes it part of the last classic era of American-clad coinage. The proof versions minted in San Francisco are especially admired. Their deep mirrored backgrounds and frosted portraits showcase the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint's proofmaking process. Each one is struck multiple times with polished dies, ensuring every detail